Howdy howdy, welcome back to the Crafty Grindy channel as it's time again for another Arena Cutoff video for Marvel Contest of Champions. Now we've got round one of once again featured champ Darkhawk. Yes, he's been here before, he's back again. And then we've got Mysterio as his first timer in the 4-star basic arena. So what do I think about all these guys? The first thing I always like to do is kind of compare these arenas to past arenas, as that'll give me an idea of kind of what to expect by looking at those past arena results. So starting first with the featured champ, Darkhawk. Yeah, he's been here before. What I typically like to see with featured champs, really, there's two types, old and new. As I said, he's old. And if you're new, there's a couple of different categories in there. And actually what we're beginning to see here with old, there is too. But anyway, he definitely fits in that old bucket. Old meaning, sure, he's still relatively new in the game compared to the overall age of the game, but he's old in terms of he's been in the feature arenas before. And then with Mysterio, when it comes to 4-star basic arena champ, he's kind of in that middle zone, which means somewhere between 2 to 3 million, and I'll give you my specific prediction here in a few minutes. So now that I've got these categorized, let's go take a look at some of the past Veterans Bracket results. And if you're new to the game, Veterans Brackets, basically in the arena, there's a couple different brackets. There's the Beginners, Intermediate, and Veterans. Beginners, as the name implies, means you just started the game. You're counted by the account age. That's really determining which bracket you're in. Not how long you play it, but how long since you've opened up that account. If you've opened it within the last 30 days, you're in the Beginners. If you're in at 31 to 60, you're in the Intermediate. And from that point on, 61 plus, you are forever in the Veterans bracket, competing with people that have been in the game for, I don't think 5 years, but yeah, I guess 5 years now. 4 to 5 years, so good luck in the Veterans bracket, especially if you don't have the big of a roster. But anyway, now that you know that, to be clear, these results do not reflect what to expect in the Beginners or the Intermediate bracket, just more of the Veterans. So we'll start here with the 4-star basic. As you can see, the last couple champs that have come through, we did have Namor really put those number up higher, but for the most part, as you can see, everybody's around that medium kind of level, from anywhere close to 2 million up to 3 million. Pretty much, we really haven't seen a high level anybody go over 3 million for some time. We may never see that number again. But anyway, what we're seeing here, you can see with Spidey, Stealth Suit Spidey, most recently he came in at 2.4 million. I think that's what we're probably going to see with Mysterio. You kind of see everybody else kind of bounces closer to 2 million. Even Invisible Woman, who's a pretty decent champ, kind of, I'd say BB plus type champ, she even didn't make 2 million, but got pretty close. But for the like Stealth Suit Spidey, which is probably like a A- type, A- champ, kind of that 2.4 million range. Now, looking at the feature, the old 3-star, these numbers are quite dated, but they haven't changed, which is good, so we kind of always have a good idea where to go for old champs of the game. Just get over those last milestones, and you'll be fine. With the 4-star feature, this is where you start to see a tad bit of variance, but not much. You can really see out of the last 4 that come through, really 3 of them right around 6 million, and then with King Groot, he was still not too far away at 5.5, so there's not a ton of variance here. You're still around that 5.5 to 6 million range. Then coming over to the 5-star feature, Old Champs, this is where you see some variance, and you can see there's kind of a group. Looking at just the last 4, there's 2 of them that are closer to 25 million than the other 2 that are 30 million plus. So that's kind of that 2 groups that I was talking about before with old feature champs. You're either right around that 24, 25 million range, or you're going to be 30 million plus. And occasionally we'll see that 30 million plus get to 35 plus, but it's somewhere you typically, when you're in that higher bracket, you're somewhere between 30 to 35 million. And I think that's where we're going to probably squarely see Darkhawk kind of land, because from a defense side, Alliance War defense side, he has some utility. He's relatively new in the game. So, but anyway, getting to my actual predictions, here's what I think for Darkhawk 5-star version. I think we're looking at 31 million, as I was just talking about a few seconds ago. I think for 4-star feature, no big shocker here. That 6 million number seems like a good place to land. Coming with Mysterio, I think he's going to be in that A-, A+ kind of, not A+, but A- kind of range champ, aka Stealth Suit Spider-Man, coming in right around 2.4 million. And then like with that 3-star for old champs, guess what? Everybody's right around that 650 once you get over those last milestones. Now, again, these cutoff predictions are for the Veterans bracket. And like I always say, like a lot of things based off of past data analytics, the past does not guarantee the future, so bear that in mind. That's why I always like to give grind targets, just in case you want to give yourself a little extra cushion, a better chance to get that champ. Go to 34 million for the 5-star feature Darkhawk, 6.5 million for the 4-star feature, 2.6, maybe even 2.7 for Mysterio if you want to make sure you don't miss out, and 700,000 for the 3-star version Darkhawk. Now again, the grind targets on predictions are for the Veterans bracket. When when it comes to the earlier brackets, there's nowhere across the community that regular capture these. I occasionally get it from folks who either come to my Twitter account, the Crafty Grinding channel Twitter account, or the comment section of my videos, and lets me know kind of what they're getting in these earlier brackets. And guess what? That's pretty much the only time I get any input anymore, because when you go to the places across the community that are collecting arena results, self-reported results, keep that in mind, nobody's really asking for 3-star feature anymore, let alone the earlier brackets. So anyway, based off of that anecdotal information I get from you guys, which I do appreciate, because again, that's the only way I get it, plus my own personal experience with the beginner bracket with some new free-to-play accounts that I created over the last month or two. What I'm seeing with the 3-star feature, fortunately, that number's dipped a bit to around 200 to 225. You usually grab the 3-star feature for the 4-star basic in the beginner's bracket. 800, 850 will get you the champ. And for the 4-star feature, though, this number kept on pushing over 1.3, and I'd always get like within rank 51, 52, 53, and it's only the top 50 get a champ. So 1.4, especially 1.5, and you're usually in the safe zone in that top 50. Now the intermediate bracket, so again, that's for accounts that have been open for 31 to 60 days. The 3-star feature, you're looking around 550,000. For the 4-star basic, around 1 million. For the 4-star feature, fortunately, that number dips because it's the top 100 that get the champ and not just the top 50. Actually, the top 200 that get the champ. So that gives you even more chance to get, even though you're going to have more progressing rosters in the game. Typically, those numbers do pull down a bit. So that's why we're looking at 1.2 million. So anyway, these are my thoughts for round 1 of Darkhawk and Mysterio arenas. I would love to hear your thoughts, especially if it's different from mine. Or if you have any questions, reach out to me on my, again, the Crafty Grinding Twitter account or in the comment section of these videos, and I will try to get back to you sooner than later. Other than that, hopefully you found this information helpful. If so, I'd really appreciate if you click that thumbs up button, as it helps out the channel. And if you haven't subscribed and liked my videos, we'd really appreciate it if you did. Thanks a lot for stopping by, and have a great day.